And because of the delay, it takes a bit for them. And you
Well,
depends
they're
on
going to take
your
a while. They're going to come
they
take a
they
while.
may be for people. There was a few people. Oh, it might have been you in there. If you say you had three of them,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a hello everyone in the chat. So, have we got feedback? Are
Hold
we
on.
good?
Take a while. Oh, there we go. Give me a chance to turn down the volumes on everything.
Oh, where did you go? And because of the delay, it takes a bit for them. And you,
Oh, they're going to take a while. They're going to come take a while.
may be for people. There was a few people. Oh, it might have been you in there. If you say you had three of them,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a hello everyone in the chat. So, have we got feedback? Are we good?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right.
Turn down the volumes on everything.
There we go. I'm going to turn that off.
There was too
many devices going.
That's what it was.
Oh, dear.
Well, I got this thing.
Yeah.
On nothing. This is on my buddies who helps me with my YouTube channel. This is me, and this is the dude. Hey, dude. Right?
Okay, so I'm seeing on my end, I'm already seeing a delay from when you speak to when I hear your voice. So as long as we don't hear an echo, we're good.
Yeah, I don't watch that much too anyways.
Yeah, so Fast Speedway must be one of your subscribers. You got a few of them that are from your channel. So Fast Speedway.
Oh yeah, that's my buddy Ron.
Yeah.
Hi Ron and Wayne.
Yeah.
And internet person, the guy who I don't know who the hell that is. They know me, I don't know them.
Yeah.
We're playing secrets or something.
All right, we've got a few here. Let's get started. So thank you again for allowing me the opportunity to host you. I like doing these live chats when I'm hosting somebody, and it just sounds a little bit more. I don't have that exciting of a life. Let's put it that way. Who wants to hear me talk?
I watch the videos.
Anyways, so I'm going to come back. I'm going to go back a few years because I've been following you from my personal channel before I started my own YouTube channel back when you were still in the Mercedes, your van, and you were building out the bus at this point in time. So it was very interesting to watch you build up the bus and see what you were doing with it, all that stuff. And that was during the time that, I hadn't quite had that van yet, and I was thinking that, right? So I enjoyed that part of it. But prior to you building out that bus, you had already been on the road traveling.
Yeah.
So how long would you say you've been traveling prior to the bus?
Full time?
Yeah. Yeah, it's full time.
I've basically been traveling since I moved to the island here in 2000. But full time, I took the dive in 2020, just before, right after COVID.
Right after COVID?
Yeah, so it was about a year when you first started watching. I'd been on the road for about a year already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because one of the trips you did that I was really interested in, because it was one of the ones I wanted to do, was to the East Coast and to Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went out there in 2007 in a Volkswagen, back in my Volkswagen days, and I thought, oh, if I own a Volkswagen, I have to drive across Canada. It's you have to. It's a Volkswagen thing.
Yeah.
And I did it in 07, and I made it as far as Halifax that time, but I never made it to the Big Rock.
Well, and the thing I noticed when I was following a few people, and just before we get there, Rob, Cab, hello. They're in the chat room. A lot of people go out to the East Coast. Some of them blow by New Brunswick and really don't stop and visit New Brunswick. And then when they do get to Newfoundland, they only get parts of Newfoundland. They don't go around the whole island and whatnot. You were there twice, if I recall. Only once. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you were out there twice, but you've been to the East Coast.
Because I covered a lot of it. It seemed like I was there twice.
Yeah, well, you know, I went up through Labrador that way and came back over to Newfoundland from the top end of it. So,
oh yeah,
yeah. But that's a lot. You're coming from BC. I'm Alberta, but that's a lot of kilometers to put on the mileage of your vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My motor blew up on the way home.
I remember that. And I was thinking, man, you've got some great friends you've got a lot of friends along the way. And you've been able to stop and find refuge somewhere along the way. And because when that happened, it just happened, right? You were down.
Yeah. I was for a month. It was 1 month I was broke down in the beautiful area of Niagara and Fort Erie.
Yeah. And then it took you a lot. I remember watching you. It was like pins and needles watching you make your way back to Alberta, so you could get the bus there. So that because you had a mechanic in mind, I believe.
Well, no. What happened was I blew the motor up so bad it wouldn't drive, and all the shops were closed down in the Erie section in the little peninsula where St. Catharines and Niagara is, and I had to wait a month to get a motor put in. They put a motor in, and I didn't even get up to Owen Sound, which is just north of Toronto. And the engine puked all its oil out. So that's what I did is I had to limp it home. I was stopping every 200 kilometers to put in 2 liters of oil. So I'd go for 200 kilometers, fill up gas, 2 liters of oil, and that's what I did all the way home.
And that was after you got a new motor. Engine, but was it new or used?
It was a used motor.
Yeah.
That I don't think got inspected that well, because when I pulled it apart, I have another mechanic that I deal with in Alberta in Red Deer. So I called him up and he says, if you can get it here, I'll find you a motor. So I literally limped.
I know. I remember that.
From Ontario.
I remember there was I think we joked often that said if you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck at all.
Yeah.
It just kept on going. It was like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
But now that trip, how was your health at that point, would you say, compared to today?
Healthy.
Yeah.
Like I've always had medical issues from the time I was a kid. But my breathing wasn't bothering me. I was on puffers at the time, medication. I've had rheumatoid arthritis for half my life, so 30 plus years. So I was actually feeling pretty good. That's what my motto was. Start living before you start dying.
Yeah.
And I needed to get out and start doing my dreams before this started happening.
Well, and I didn't want to quite touch base yet on your health too much.
Yeah.
We will get there. We will get there.
No secrets yet.
Yeah, because I look back when you were just recently, you were posting some shorts on, even when you were on your Saskatchewan trip. Was it Andrew that you were traveling with?
Yep.
I noticed a difference between then and now. Big difference between then and now. And you were already starting to experience some of the breathing and the depression and things like that were consuming you. But just in that short period of time, how fast your health declined. And we have no control over it sometimes.
No.
When that happens,
I have my theories, but keep going.
Yep. Yeah, and so your health was pretty good then. You were feeling great. Schroeder and I say hi. I met her at the O24 meetup in Oregon, and she got herself a little puppy while she was down there, and she named him Schroeder. because we were staying at Schroeder's Park. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was thinking the guy from
But perfect. Yeah,
Charlie Brown. Come here, dude.
yeah. Speaking of the dude,
Oh, I thought maybe
um,
we'd be able to see him, but you can't see him from the camera angle.
yeah, he has to come
Poor,
to you.
you have to come
Oh,
to me.
poor dude. Poor dude. I was at a friend's house earlier today because I'm going to babysit her or puppy sit her dog.
Oh, cute.
Who thinks he's a lap dog. He is a giant lab looking type dog. He's got Great Dane and Mastiff in him. So 100
Oh,
pounds on your
wow.
lap. Yeah. So he's going to be my weighted blanket. But anyways, coming back to that trip, so you were feeling good. You because that's a big trip. I don't know about your
Mm-hmm.
kilometers, but that's a huge trip to go on. And you were going what 2-3 months? Well, before the motor cacked out on you. Um,
That was 6 months. I think I was on the road
yeah,
at least. Yeah, I
yeah,
usually leave here and like what I usually do is I stay on Vancouver Island and I leave when it's spring. It's been spring for a little while because I know as soon as I go up to the Rocky Mountains, it's still winter in
mhm,
April. So,
yeah,
I leave at the end of April. My birthday's in the first week of May, so I either celebrate it here or I celebrate it in Alberta with my family.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If
So
somebody was thinking van life, you know, everybody's getting to that point where they're starting to look at their health and saying, well, how many more years do I have before I can do this again? You got any pieces of advice you'd give your younger self back 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
no, I'm glad I did it. Like that's
Yeah,
the reason I did it was because we don't know how much time we got on here. It's like,
not
well,
true.
I'll do that when I'm finished this. I'll do that and it's all about, I think that this is going to bring me happiness. Well, when I pay off my house, I'll do it. Or when I do that, finish building this, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And we keep finding something else to do, so we never get around to actually living. I
And
found
then,
myself, I found
and
myself
health
being
concerns.
yeah, and
Mhm.
exactly. It's going to get worse. I've had this since I was a kid, and I what they say, I was a human doing, and then I became a human being. And when I moved into this life, because everything just kind of like it's just in the moment, in the day, right? It's like, okay, what am I going to do today? Especially back then, because you didn't have to travel far to find a beautiful spot to hang out.
Well, be, even being on Vancouver Island, and you got so many spots, you know that island inside out, and you've got so many places to go. And you're very fortunate with your friends at Barbarian Inn to allow you to have that other spot in the back there for them to, so you're not searching for a spot every day like some van life people are.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm usually not here that long. Like for the first 3 years, I think I was here for 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's a payoff for them too, because before I came in here, there was a lot of people climbing in here, and they specialize in German vehicles and Porsche and Volkswagen and Mercedes. Easy scores, people coming in, smashing windows, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They haven't had that in the 3 years I've been here.
Yeah. No, and that's actually that's a win-win for both of you
Yeah,
in that situation. And now Wayne is joining you there as well. So that's really, it speaks volumes for them to allow you guys to be there.
yeah.
Um, what was your favorite part of your East Coast trip? Which province was your favorite?
PEI.
Really? I'm
Yeah,
disappointed. I would have thought you would have said Newfoundland.
I love Newfoundland.
Mhm.
I've probably spent, I'm gonna say, over a week on PEI
Mhm.
because I went all the way around the outside, around the
Yeah.
outside, around the
Yeah.
outside. And every time I turned right, I ended up on a beach and the red sandy beach. And then when I
Mhm.
got to the very northern tip of it, I drove way out. They used to have those big windmills
Yeah.
for electricity, and they have a restaurant and a showcase on how they work, what they do, blah blah blah. But in behind it is a lighthouse with a bunch of trails you're allowed to walk in, and I found a road into it, and the road took me out to the point, and I just fell in love with PEI and the lobster. I like the lobster better there.
Yeah, see, I'm not a seafood person, so that didn't matter to me. But I know the North Tip, the lighthouse that's up there in the North Tip.
Yeah.
Actually, in 2019, my Camino ladies and we did a reunion, and we actually did a bicycle tour from the North Tip to the East Tip. So we biked down the old Confederation train tracks that's been converted to a path.
Oh, cool.
So we went down the middle. We didn't see much ocean unless they stopped us to have I think near Cavendish, we saw the ocean there, but you didn't stop because you would get swarmed by mosquitoes when you were there. It was like
your favorite province is one thing, but there's so many different things that you see that will take your breath away. Overall, like I was actually looking for real estate when I was driving through there. It's like, this would be a cool place to live, right? So I wouldn't want to live in Newfoundland.
Well, see, I like Newfoundland. I really do. I like the people. I think when it came to PEI, to me was touristy, but beautiful, absolutely stunning, beautiful lighthouses, the red sands. They're still very friendly. Don't get me wrong, but the Newfoundlanders, they just got that edge over the other maritime provinces, and Nova Scotia, Cape Breton, beautiful. But New Brunswick also stole a little bit. I really liked it too. I would say it's number 2, Newfoundland, and then New Brunswick. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. This is your interview. Did you go up the eastern side up to all the way up to what's it called? Something Bay.
I hit
I followed. I'm off the PEI Bridge, Confederation Bridge, and then I turned north right away, and I followed the highway and the ocean all the way up to.
Yes, on the north end of it, or
the eastern, heading north, but on the
ocean side versus the
all the back roads and small towns that are all like in the bays, and because you're hitting much smaller towns, you're not hitting St. John or Fredericton or anything like this, which isn't that big really, but the other towns are like 5,000 people, and
I spent a week there. I didn't do much. I didn't do any boondocking in PEI because there was a bunch of festivals going on. So I stayed at some campgrounds. I found, I went up to the one near that North Point. Can't even remember. It's a provincial campground. It wasn't that great of a campground, but I was on the ocean part as long as I didn't want services, right? But then I couldn't sit out because the mosquitoes were so bad. So it was like, okay. But I had my screen on, I had my door open, I had my top up. I was able to sit out there and just listen to the waves and watch the view. And it is beautiful. It's relaxing. Had my Alexander Keiths as I was having my beer. But speaking of beer, I have pop.
What?
I'm behaving. I had a few drinks when I was out camping for a few days. So
when I met Donna, and I've always watched her on her videos cracking open an IPA, which is what I drink.
Yeah.
So I thought, I picked some up last night because I knew I was doing this. So I'll drink alone.
Yeah, especially the summertime because it's hot. I love my beer in the summertime, a cool beer in the summertime.
Right.
Oh, Kevin's in from Chasing True North. Oh, you got to go check out his channel, Brent, if you haven't already.
I just watched him picking up his hot rod.
Isn't that sweet?
That's a sweet ride.
If anybody's watching, check out Chasing True North VanLife and see what he just bought.
Come here.
Hey, dude. Come on, dude.
He can't hear you. You're in
Oh,
my
because it's
ear.
in your ears. Ah, dear.
Yeah, squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would say Newfoundland definitely was my favorite. But then I went up from Quebec into Labrador that way and took the
Mm-hmm.
North End ferry, and I drove around the whole as much as I could around the island. I was there for 32 days on Newfoundland. And
32.
the 32 days, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me gone.
Yeah. And I still felt rushed. I could have stayed there for another couple months.
I will. I
So,
will exactly say that.
yeah. Yeah.
I think I was there for 12 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I watched you and I watched a few other YouTubers. Everybody seemed to go up to St. Barb, I think it is, and then go over to Labrador that way. And they go up so far and then they come back down and come back to Newfoundland. And I just thought, I'm backtracking. Why not just go up to Labrador, up through Quebec into Labrador, which you get near about 100 and so kilometers on dirt road. But I mean, it's no different than a country road, right? It's well traveled, it's well maintained, and you just have no cell service for till you get to Labrador. Once you hit that Manic 5 dam, you're done. No cell service until you get to Labrador. So Labrador City.
We
But
had no cell service for half our lives.
yeah, exactly.
Big
Exactly.
deal.
Yeah. The people that commented to me about, oh, you shouldn't do that and you need a satellite phone, and nope, I'm good. So but yeah. Did you spend much time in New Brunswick? I don't recall.
I did. It was probably I came straight through the first time through was it Moncton and all those places, right? And you go straight to the bridge.
Mhm.
On the way home, I think that was only 2 or 3 days. But on the way home, I spent 4 or 5 days going up to going up that coastal east coast along the ocean way, and I just fell in love with. I boondocked all the way and just found some just places
Mhm.
to. I don't care where I pull over. Like I don't need to hide.
Yeah.
Like I think people aren't going to be scared of me because I mean I got advertising all over.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, whatever. It's like having budget rent a car written on your car. So
Yeah.
I'll just pull over and I close my curtains and tinted windows and nobody sees in and I sleep. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it was really I just enjoyed because it was much like going to Newfoundland because when I was in Newfoundland, I didn't want to see what everybody else saw.
Mhm.
I wanted to make sure I got off the beaten track. Hence, I ended up spending like 5 days in this town called Brents Cove.
Yeah.
And I mean, I stumbled across it because I had Google Maps and I opened it up big enough to go like, oh shit, look at that. There's my name. And I went in there and the whole community invited me in. And I mean, we had lobster boils and crab boils and partying with the mayor and his wife. And, it was hilarious. And it's a town of 100 people.
Yeah. I actually found a place called Coffee Cove when I was traveling in the north part of looking for icebergs. Because I would try at the beginning to go into these little coves. And I'm thankful I had my little van because I would go driving along, driving on the road. Next thing you know, I'm in somebody's driveway because the road came to an end.
Yeah.
Back or out.
Oops.
Could you imagine if I would have had, I was thinking truck and trailer, I would have been pooched big time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So East Coast, now let's bring it back because you've done a lot of travels in Saskatchewan as well.
Yeah.
And as Alberta. And Kevin just reminded me about your story about coming to picking up the dude.
Oh.
In Saskatchewan.
Actually, that was Sue that did it, and then Kevin.
And then Kevin did it.
Oh, Kevin was talking to her.
Yes. Yeah. Was it on? That was your second trip out east, wasn't it? That you found the dude, or did you pick him up on the way back?
Yes. Me and Goldberg took off to Montreal the first year.
Yeah.
In the Sprinter van. So I went out and I wanted to visit a bunch of my friends in Ontario. So I was my first time in the van, and I'm like, I got nothing better to do. So I puddle jumped out to Ontario. I went and visited a bunch of friends I hadn't seen in like 10, 15 years. And it was awesome. And so we came back, and then I lost Goldberg that February and went through all my emotions and put it on YouTube here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, remember that?
everybody wanted me to buy a dog. Go buy a dog. Go to the SPCA. Look, here's one here. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, listen, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
If I need a dog, Goldberg will bring me one.
Yeah.
And yeah, the place I stopped at was just outside of Bigger, and I was on the back roads, a dirt road, and the farmers have like bought up all the land, so all the old homesteads are just laying there dilapidating, and they're built at the turn of the century, so they're falling apart as well. So I love wandering down those roads, and I pulled out, and then when I stopped that night, I opened my door to go out and explore this farm, and I saw a white bolt come out of my car, but it was just a figment of my imagination. But it brought back the memory of Goldberg.
Yeah.
And this little bugger was in the Kijiji ads when I sat down and had my coffee that night. So it was like, and there's a whole story behind that.
Yeah.
There's so many coincidences that it was like literally, I truly believe Goldberg played a paw in this,
Yeah.
part in this, and find me, because they are identical twins. He's just 10 pounds lighter.
Yeah. 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 No, that's a good find. Let's put it that way.
He's a good boy.
That's a good find. Yeah. Yeah. Good steal him. Yeah. Yeah. But you have also showcased parts of Saskatchewan a lot of people don't know about. Like everybody I do it. Just drive on through Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Right. That was supposed to be part of the plan to kind of tour around Saskatchewan, but I just haven't made it there yet. I still drive on through.
Yeah.
But, and you got to get off the beaten path. You got to get off the highways and whatnot.
Well, there's two routes through Saskatchewan. And basically, one takes you to Calgary, the other one takes you to Edmonton. And coming out of Manitoba, it splits. So it goes up Highway 16 or Highway 1.
Yeah.
The neat thing is you could drive up 16 and take a left anywhere, and you're going to end up somewhere in Calgary. Drumheller, Carstairs, as you go, you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, and I dig little communities, and also the history there. My dad was from North Battleford, so my first trip I went out there. My cousin runs a museum in Bigger, so she's a curator. So she tells me about the history, and all of a sudden it just becomes this place that is full of mystery because we all just drive through it.
Yep.
Right?
Probably a couple dozen times.
Yeah.
Because I used to live up in Edmonton, so I would go, because I'm from Ontario, so I would just fly through.
Yeah.
Right. And that's actually kind of like that about, especially Highway 1 from Winnipeg through. I love getting on that highway and just going, right? Like people don't like the wide open spaces. I love the wide open spaces. I love the mountains too, but I love, as far as driving goes, and just pushing down on that pedal a little bit more, go, right? But
I seem to remember like being a West Coast guy and here out all my life, living around mountains and the ocean. And it was 07, I'm positive, that I came out of Edmonton, and I was heading down 16 to go through Saskatchewan. And I'd never spent much time, a little bit of time in Alberta. And I'd never been to Saskatchewan. And I can remember coming into Saskatchewan and realizing that, where the hell did all the trees go? Oh, I get what people are talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't travel with music. I travel with road noise, and my brain absorbed what's going on. And this is what I thought, right? I'm like, wow, it's just like people say. I feel like I'm driving on that game Battleship.
Yeah.
Because that clump of tree looked like a destroyer. That clump looks like an
Yeah.
aircraft carrier. So that
Oh,
was my
dear.
introduction to Saskatchewan, which I laughed about. And I did get off the beaten track because I did go into North Battleford. My dad was from Meadow Lake, which is north of North Battleford. And you just, yeah, you fall in love with the people too are amazing,
Mhm. Yeah, I
right?
mean, I didn't get a chance to meet a ton of people. I mean, that's where I
No,
actually had to drive into, oh, not St. Albert, Prince Albert. That's the guys there are the ones that put the top on my van.
oh yeah,
So I had to drive up there and spend time up there.
the Westphalia camper van group.
Yeah, they want to be the wannabe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's flat, and I think the further north you go, the more you're going to see as far as really getting out into the trees and the lakes and whatnot. But yeah, yeah. Why don't you have your oxygen on, sir?
Well, I saw why I was laughing, eh? Because you haven't asked me about my health yet.
We're going to go there because I want to come back now to BC because that's your stomping grounds, really. Um,
I was born here on
as you
Vancouver
said,
in
I
Canada.
know this by the back of my head.
Yeah.
But and especially on Vancouver Island where you've been. So I mean, I've gone in to visit when I was on Vancouver Island for a month. You were in Alberta when I was
Yeah.
in Vancouver Island, and I went to a few places because I watched your videos, right?
Oh,
And I thought,
cool.
oh, I want to see that, and I want to see that. But then I took off at one point when I had met Lorraine as well, and then I took off and I went up to Malcolm Island. Then I went
Yep.
over to Chamorin Island, Alert Bay. I thought, why not? I'm up there. Why not? So, um, so yeah. So I mean, that you give people ideas of where to go, which is really, I think, possibly why you like doing this. You kind of like to help people travel around.
No.
No, make a liar out of me. Um,
Well, honestly, I uh, because I live here and I have traveled. I used to live in Alberta. I lived in the interior for years in northern BC. That when people do come here, I do turn into a tourist guy,
yeah,
guide, right?
yeah,
So yeah, you'll come down and you're going to spend 4 or 5 days here. So, okay, come on. And we used to jump in my vehicle at the time and drive out to Tofino for lunch, and you know, come back that day to spend the day in Victoria. And yeah, I used to do that all the time, and it just
yeah,
became something new. But the camping was about me because I've always loved getting away. I put myself in Mother Nature, and
yeah,
I just love being alone in it. And just it fills me up so much.
yeah. No,
So yes, part of me wants to show you guys the beauty of that. No matter where you go, there's beauty.
there is, yeah,
Like you said, you went to Saskatchewan and toured it.
yeah,
There's
exactly.
nothing there.
Yeah,
But go back and look at
there's
my
there.
videos.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that. Get out in nature and just see it. I mean, when I retired and I got the van because I knew I wanted to be able to travel on a budget, this was a great way for me to do it. Even if I stay at campgrounds a fair amount of my time,
Yeah.
um, better than a hotel, the price of a hotel. And like I said, it stretches out my travel budget just a little bit further. I'm actually going out to the East Coast next year. And so my goal is to boondock as much as possible as I go back there, because now I don't have, at the time I had my 13-and-a-half-year-old dog who was very arthritic and whatnot. So I was limited to what I could do. And then we would have heat spells. We had heat waves, and then we have cold spells. And like, because I went there in May. Um, so yeah, so I kind of want to do a redo because there's some places I wanted to get a little bit further, but I couldn't leave him in the van that long. as far as going for walks and whatnot. So, but yeah. And then the end result of traveling in the van is I discovered how much I really enjoy camping.
Right?
Right? Because I hadn't camped since my kids were little. So yeah, now that's my.
I was reading Kev's little thing here. He goes, "Oh, that's when I met you." And I'm like, "Yeah," but you know what I mean?
Who
Like
stalked you?
even Kev, he's a stalker. Kev's the
Yeah,
stalker.
Kev's the stalker.
But even when I met him, it wasn't like at a city. It wasn't in Saskatoon.
Yeah,
It was that crooked tree, right? And he's going, "Where's that?" Drop him a pin in the middle of nowhere, and you could. When I pull into when I'm driving, I'll pull over like weird shit near me, and Google will come up. Oh, there's this and there's that, and it tells me all the strange things that you can encounter along the road. And when I was going to meet him, I was on my way heading northwest, and there was this place called Crooked Tree, way off the beaten track, and it was like 1 square acre of trees, but there was acres of trees, but only 1 square acre of it where all the trees were all bent and crooked and all over. They actually made a walking path through it.
yeah,
And they don't know why. They just said, well, it could have been lightning, could be something with the soil, maybe a UFO landed here. We don't know why it's only this one block of trees.
yeah.
So,
I saw that on somebody else. I want to say Traveling Canada. I think it was her website, if I've got that correct. And somebody nearby was also tapping some of the trees for SERP.
oh, really?
Not the crooked trees, but it was part
No,
of her video.
I do want to say, though, I want to thank Kev for holding my hand around that pathway because it did get kind of scary.
Oh, sure.
He felt so big and strong, his hands were.
Yeah. Kev's a good guy. Now, speaking of Kev, see, are you coming to the meetup?
I don't know. Even as Karen tried getting me to come and pay my way and everything, and it's like, with what's going on in my life at this moment, it's literally one day at a time. So,
Okay.
right now I'm using up 50% of my batteries every night just to run machines.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a different year. I'm going to do something, but I don't know when I'm going to be on the road or what's going to happen. But
No. Okay. Now let's come to the health questions.
health.
This comes on the heels of, because I did the interview with Lorene, who has moved into sticks and bricks because of health issues and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And I think you have been pondering the idea that maybe it's time, we talk about maybe a senior's home or whatnot that you can get reasonably priced place.
Yeah.
Looking back, clearly, obviously, it was the right thing to do to travel before your health got too bad. And now with your health today, like you just mentioned, like what's next for Brent? And I think there was something you said the other day.
Yeah.
It's you needed to focus on fixing you.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to focus on fixing you. So,
yeah,
Brent needs a couple more batteries. That's Wayne, by the way, saying Brent needs a couple more batteries.
Yeah.
So, you ever reflect on where you are today with your health and what you've accomplished?
What does that mean?
Well, let's say you're at a roadblock where your travels now are going to be limited.
Oh.
And you're processing that. Do you ever reflect back and say, well, but look what I've done?
No. All the time. Like I have a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
The place I was staying in for my knee operation, I can stay there as long as I want.
Yeah.
I chose to come back to this life.
Yeah.
Right. Even though I'm not moving and my health is getting worse, I didn't jump back into a house to get better in the house where I could plug in all my oxygen and stuff. Right.
Yeah.
Because, no, because I love this. And going back to housing is I came here and I'm looking for cheap housing, old folks housing to get in while I can because you have subsidized senior housing. So I want to get into one of those. It's a 4-year wait.
Yeah.
Right. I think that maybe with all my ailments, I might be able to get it a bit earlier if I start greasing some squeaky wheels, or I become a squeaky wheel, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not ready yet because I still want to go. But I am in the process of, thinking about selling the bus if I get a place. If I get a place, I'll definitely sell this and find something that I can still travel in. Go back to Volkswagens, right? It's like I've been looking for another Volkswagen. They're so stupidly priced, but I would love to have another one. They are my idea of a Swiss Army knife RV. They have everything you need in them, and I've owned them for years, so I always had mine filled and ready to go. So that's what I'm thinking. If I have something small like that, good gas mileage, I could travel for 6-8 months out of the year in my Volkswagen and be comfortable.
Yeah.
So the place that I'm going to is making sure when the weather's not like when the weather's like this, we start surviving in our vehicles, not living.
Oh,
There's a big
interesting.
difference.
Yeah.
There's a big difference, right? Like when it gets cold out and your furnace breaks down, you can't go over and turn up the, plug something in, right? It's like you don't have the power, you don't have that ability. So yeah, that's what I was finding this year was, I need to change things because with my health and stuff, like now I'm starting to survive in the winter instead of living. I used to travel. I used to take off every weekend or something like this and go up into the bush.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, that's an important point. Like, you've got space in that bus. That if somebody like, is in a small van, like VanLife is in a small van, for example, if you have these kind of health issues and you don't have the space, I can't imagine how comfortable you are having to make do with your space. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So you've got room to put your stuff, for example. You've got the ability, I think, to put the generator on or whatnot, however you recharge.
Yeah.
You've got space. You can stand up when you need to. You're not feeling, you can get up and, you know what I mean? But when you're in a minivan and you're got those ailments going on, you don't have the space for that comfort to feel better for yourself. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I was looking for actually what you have until these ailments came along.
Yeah.
But in a Volkswagen, I can still do it. I know I can. I spent too many years in them, so I'm like, that's the perfect size because when I want to pop up, I can pop up, and there's 2 beds in it, so I can sleep upstairs in the summertime and keep the downstairs open for whatever, right? And we'll see. The dream.
But the thing with the Volkswagen is like my van. It's also my everyday vehicle, not just my going away travel vehicle or camping vehicle. It's also my everyday. I go to the grocery store. I can park it in my parkade, because it fits, right? Yep. Whereas if I had a big high top Mercedes Benz or the Ford Transit, I would never be able to park it in my parkade, so I'd be dealing with another parking spot somewhere, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it definitely you could do it with a Volkswagen, most definitely. Because you wouldn't be doing it 6 months at a time if you got into your home. You would probably be doing it shorter periods of time, I'm thinking.
No.
You think your health would take you 6 months to go
3
on
to
the
6
road?
months. Yeah, easily 3 to 6 months.
Yeah. Because there's a big difference between how you were back then versus you are now. like I said, even when you were traveling with Andrew, I noticed the difference in that 1 year when you were reposting some stuff. And it was a huge difference in your house, just the way your health has waited on you.
Well, I'll tell you, after the Andrew thing, that's when it really hit me.
Yeah.
Because we were whirlwinding that thing. He had a certain amount of time to get back to Ontario.
Yeah.
I kind of promised him I'd drive him to Winnipeg. And we went off the beaten track and went and did a bunch of exploring. But we went hard every day, like zigzagging and finding stuff. On my way home, I was doing some pit stops, and then that's when it kicked me that, okay, you need to start rethinking things. And that was before my health took a loop. It was more of a mental thing. I think I burnt myself out with him.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was filming every day and I was out every day and we were making stories every day. And and then also carrying somebody along with you, because I've always traveled alone. I bring people with me, but we go out for a couple of days, not 3 weeks or 2 weeks or ever how long it was.
Yeah.
And it's hard, especially trying to find places for two people. Right?
Yeah.
Boondocking for two people is a lot harder than boondocking for one person.
Yep.
And we boondocked in Winnipeg, and he got woken up in the middle of the night by somebody banging on his window because he was sleeping in his car. So he had to go find somewhere else.
You.
No. I'll park right behind him.
Yeah. Nobody bothered you, but they bothered him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting how that worked. So do you have any advice for somebody that's got health issues and is thinking van life?
Just make sure you bring your supply with you. Like out here in BC, the most we can get is 3 months supply of medication.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to make sure that I plan around when I'm refilling, that I have all my medication. The last few years I've been doing injections, so I made sure that the pharmacy I was using that sent me my refrigerated injecting needles shipped across Canada. So that way, whenever I was at somebody's house, and once a month, I'd have it shipped to wherever I needed it in Canada. Didn't know anybody past really Ontario, but when I went there, I had 3 months to get up to Newfoundland and turn around and come back. But I'd already seen Montreal. I've already seen New Brunswick and PEI, so I didn't have to spend a lot of time there. I was trying to get to Newfoundland and see most of that. So still a long drive. It's just making sure, right?
Yeah, that's going out to the coast, even to Newfoundland. That is a huge drive. I mean, I had just retired, so I was on that high of retiring and whatnot, and I was gone for 5 months, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going next year, and there's part of me that's and I'm still in pretty good health at this point in time. I mean, I have knee issues, you have knee issues, that kind of stuff. And I do, the injections, which, how did that injection go, by the way, for you? How did that work?
I definitely felt a difference, but they give you a bit of cortisone with the injection and freezing. Once that wore off, I could feel that there was something in there. But what we found out later was I was dealing with that death in the interior of BC. So I was up there and I still wasn't walking properly. I phoned down and talked to my rheumatologist. And turns out that my drugs weren't working anymore, my injections. My wrist started to inflame, everything started to inflame. He goes, those drugs aren't working anymore. Stay off them. We're going to get you on a new one. So when I went off them, then my wrist started to flare up even more. So I called him and said, I need prednisone. So he sent me a dose of prednisone, cured my knees and my wrists. So I think the knees were probably the first things to go because they get pounded so badly that I didn't realize it was my rheumatoid that was actually affecting me. I thought it was the bone on bone stuff.
Yeah. I've been doing my injections for 6 years now. In
Yeah.
fact, I'll do another one in probably another month or so, but because I did one before I left for my walk.
Yeah. You want to tell
And
these people what you're talking about?
I'm on Cingal, CIN1GAL. It's for osteoarthritis. And
what they
so,
do is they stick goop between your bones
yeah,
to
into the
pretend it's
kneecap. Yeah,
yeah
it gives the fluid, and it does have a steroid component.
yeah
And because when I finally discovered that I had osteoarthritis, I had done a partial tear on the inside of my knee, but I did a complete tear on the lateral outside of my knee. And this was just like, well, so that was 2019. I finally seen the knee specialist. I mean, I just finished walking 800 kilometers. I couldn't even walk 20 minutes before my shins were just on fire, right? And so finally, I got to the point where I seen the knee specialist. The x-rays only show so much. And so I finally got to the point, because I was still working. I paid for my MRI to, instead of waiting 18 months for an MRI, I paid for my MRI, got my MRI done Jan 2nd, seeing the knee specialist in January, seeing the surgeon in February, and March 10th. And all she did is clean up the edges of all my tissue and take the pieces out that were in my kneecap, causing a lot of the pain and the agony I was in. And by smoothing off the edges of the tear, it helps them heal better. And I did that 3 days before COVID shut down the world. So I'm so thankful. But
right.
I think it's because I did pay for my MRI. I was able to quickly move through the process, right?
Wow.
But yeah, so, and you know what? And I just did that other 450-kilometer walk. So, I mean, it has helped over time, those injections. They just keep building. And, you know, I can go 6 months before I need my next injection, and I can start feeling it, especially when you become a weather predictor with your arthritis. And that's when you know,
yeah.
turn into our parents, is what I say. Yeah,
Yeah.
arthritis does suck. Yeah, it certainly does. Someone was mentioning in the comments here that your breathing sounds better, and I'm going to have to agree with them. Your breathing does sound better.
It's definitely
You're,
loosening up the lungs. So there's a
yeah,
bunch of stuff in here, and I'm
yeah,
really hoping that when I can get rid of most of this, that I won't have to use this as much.
yeah. But don't
Yeah.
stop using that, because that's why you're feeling better, right? A lot of people,
Um,
they get feeling better and then they stop.
well, that's true and not true. I think what happens is we're actually healing, and so things are changing.
Yeah,
What's happening is my lungs aren't absorbing the oxygen, so this was pumping more oxygen in to keep it stable, because I don't have enough things inside here to actually absorb my breathing in. So
yeah,
I've talked to a couple of people that have had it, and they told me that were on it for quite some time. Um, it depends on. I'll find out if I have to
yeah,
stay on it or not. Because if it doesn't get better, then that means that my lungs are shot. But if it is from fluid in my lungs, it could get better. So it's a hurry up and wait kind of thing.
yeah. Well, but make sure you recognize the signs if you go backwards. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yes, keep using the oxygen. Thanks,
Glory.
Susie. Yeah, arthritis
Glory.
does suck, and it's like there's nothing I can do about it.
No.
I just got to learn to manage it. So I do, personally, I do CBD oil with THC as part of my cream on my knees. But it all helps. You know, at the end of the day, there's no one miracle cure.
No.
It's been a combination, and plus the fact that I was looking at some of my old videos, I could see, because I'm down 35 pounds. So just that pounding on my knee for 35 pounds makes a big difference, you know?
Health is important. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So we're getting close to our hour here. What's my next question? My
I
mind
know.
just
I got you live up here. I got you down here. You're still talking. I'm like, she stopped.
uh,
No, she's still talking. No, she stopped.
no, I stopped. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so you don't think your health right now is slow down your travels? It's you've, and correct me if I'm wrong, your priorities right now are a little bit more about your health versus travel. right or wrong?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I think that we all have to adapt in life.
Hmm.
This is just something new that I'm gonna have to learn to adapt to.
Yeah.
And where the point I'm at right now is, okay, if I burn up 50% of my batteries overnight, then I better make sure that I'm traveling when it's sunny out and nice out, right? If
Yeah.
I have beautiful sunshine, or I've been Facebook marketplacing generators, I want to find something. So I, if I can cover my arse and make sure that I have enough power to
Yeah.
run what I need, then like, yeah, I'm gonna hit the road. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take it a lot slower. I won't be going on big hikes, but I still can because I got oxygen and I can walk further now than I used to be able to do. Better exercise. It's again, I still, yeah, I want to go to Saskatchewan again this year. I want to go visit my kids in Alberta. I want to go back to Saskatchewan. I ran into a friend of mine who went down to Mexico, and he has a 4-wheel drive ambulance, and I was watching his videos, and it reminded me of my first experience driving the Sprinter, and I didn't know where I was going. I had a kind of a plan, and I just left the island and started driving.
Hmm.
So I puddle jumped to Ontario, got as far as when we were in Ontario. I was close to where Jeff lives, and I didn't know him at the time, but I did. He did show up where I was camping, but I ended up going to. I took my buddy to Montreal because I'd never had a smoked beef sandwich. So he drove into
Oh,
Montreal, grabbed a smoked beef sandwich, and left. Right.
they, yeah. Um,
So
I
yeah,
haven't
no
gone
plan.
into I've driven by Montreal, but I've not gone in there or Quebec City. They are
Oh,
definitely on my
Quebec City.
radar.
Oh,
And
Quebec City. Oh, capital town.
but there's part of me that I'm starting to feel the long drives, and I think as you get older and you do stuff and you accomplish certain things. I mean, I'm going to the Arctic Circle this year. Um, it's You start looking at, okay, what do I want to do in a couple of years, right? And so I was at the RV show and I thought, maybe I should get a decent trailer. Not a huge. I mean, I'm in 30 square feet now. I don't need a big trailer, and
No,
find a little lot somewhere or seasonal lot that I can put it on. And then I have a place to go camping because we all know how much I like going camping, right? And so there's part of me that's thinking of doing that. And then there's a part of me that says, why don't I do a train trip across Canada and just stop at these bigger cities that I want to go to and spend a few days, like say Winnipeg. I've never gone into Winnipeg, Montreal, Quebec, because it goes out as far as Moncton, as my understanding. So there's
really.
part of me that wants to do that because I was taking the train from Toronto to Chatham, Ontario, where my father-in-law lives, and I just discovered that like in the last year, and I thought, oh, why didn't I know about this before? Because it was so relaxing. I didn't have to worry about renting a car yet until I got there, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. So I
You got
could
to
see
come here
myself
first,
doing it.
though. You'd have to come here
I
first.
have to go there first. Well, yeah, I'm going to
Well,
go there
no,
at least to take it from Vancouver.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Because you want to go through the Rocky Mountains, and that would be
yeah,
amazing,
yeah. I think
right?
that would be the finale for me. And then anything I do after that for travel is a bonus.
Okay.
Because Canada's like you can see it 10 times over. It's like going through the mountains. You can do it several times a year. It never gets old.
No,
You know.
no, and there's so many routes through the Rockies too, eh?
Yeah, like that Highway
Yeah,
93. I love it. Going up from
yeah.
Jasper to Banff. That's just pretty amazing.
I
Yeah,
love coming in from a Rocky Mountain House,
yeah,
and then you come out at Saskatchewan Crossing,
yes, yeah,
right?
yeah. I did
Love
that
that
last
route.
winter. Yeah, yeah,
That's where I usually pull off when I'm going at 93. I turn off there and I go off down to Abraham Lake, find a camp spot, spend a few
yeah,
days in there, come back in, go.
yeah. I did that. I think a year ago in January, I went up and I stayed at campground in Rocky Mountain House. And then I went up there and I ended up eventually getting to Banff. It was just in January. I went to see those gas bubbles in the ice, but I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
find them. So I don't know if they just weren't, it was too soon because our winters are doing this, right? Hot, cold, like, and if I'm by myself, I'm not going to go out on the ice by myself and that kind of stuff. So, and then people that are showing me the tricks to do is take a thermos of boiled water and find a spot and throw the hot water down to clear the ice to see if you can see the ice bubbles. So I got to
I thought
maybe
you'd
this
just wear some of those little ducky wings that you blow up, just in case you go through.
I'm too heavy for those.
Okay, wear one
I
around your
need
waist too.
yeah, and a suit and a cold suit. Yeah.
They're called cold plunges these days.
Oh, polar plunge. No, thank you.
No.
Did Alberta to Armstrong, Ontario? Where about is Armstrong, Ontario?
Where the hell is
Is
Armstrong in Ontario?
is that down by the Kitchener-Waterloo
Maybe,
area near
maybe near
Barrie?
Chatham.
Could
Maybe near
be.
Chatham.
Yeah, she'll let us know. Yeah.
I know where Armstrong is in BC. They make cheese there.
Yeah. Yeah, and Miss Susie is saying that she wants to go travel so bad she just has to figure out. It's like when I was getting
No.
ready to
See, that's where
retire.
people go wrong. That's
Yeah,
where people go wrong.
yeah,
I got to go traveling, but I just gotta. And like, no, really. When we say we just gotta, there's something that usually is a bit of fear that we not sure if that's gonna work, and it's like, and my whole life I was so fearful of everything that it's like, oh, I'll do that. Something big was coming up. Oh, well, if that happens, I'll do this. If that happens, I'll do this. And then that happened, and all the planning I did over fear was useless
yeah,
because I had to deal with it right there at that moment. So,
yeah,
that's just people don't. Oh, I don't have fear. It was like, well, why do you procrastinate then?
yeah, yeah. Well, and like she said, but the fear is real, right? So
Yeah. Oh,
that's like
absolutely.
we can say, yeah, just go do it, but when the fear is real, I mean, I had a certain amount of fear. It's like when I was trying to retire, it's like, oh, do I have enough money yet? Or, I was going to retire in 2020. Well, then we all know what happened in 2020. So I thought, well, I can't travel. So what's the point of retiring? I'll just continue working until the pandemic's over, right?
I traveled all through the pandemic. Sorry for
Yeah,
you people that say that I shouldn't, but I was in my little hot rod Volkswagen touring the whole
yeah.
BC. There was nobody on the road. I swear there was going to be zombies coming out of some of the gas stations. It was so cool, man.
Well, I mean, you ran the risk, right? Because there was a friend of mine also retired in 2020 and just tried to get back to Ontario where she's from. I mean, they had border controls going on at the border because some people could get
Where?
out in Ontario. So
Oh,
they had, they didn't want people moving and being transient. And a lady that I followed that did she hiked across the Trans Canada. She went coast to coast to coast, and she got stuck up in Northwest Territory. She couldn't leave, or was it the Yukon? No, I think it was North because she wanted to go all the way up to Tuck, but she could not. They wouldn't allow her movement. And this is a person hiking, so she's low risk to
yeah, all
catching
alone.
and or transmitting COVID, right? Like,
Yeah.
but no, they locked her down for a couple of years.
Oh,
She
really?
couldn't leave.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
No,
yeah,
I
no,
did
I
all of
mean,
BC.
I finally got to the point where I said, I've got to go. I'm done. I'm ready to retire. I've got to. If I don't have enough money, I'll worry about that later and go back to
There you
work.
go.
Yeah,
Yep, that's where I am.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Alrighty,
20.
COVID has ruined people's lives and still is. Yeah, never experienced nor did I know anyone that did. I had COVID. Did you have COVID? Oh God,
Uh, I don't know. I've been sick. Does that mean I have COVID? Have I had
I don't
COVID? I
know.
don't know.
I
I've
I
never
do
tested
know.
myself.
I no sooner got back into the office a week later, I had COVID, and I can tell you, I felt like I thought I was having a stroke or something. The back of my head felt like it wanted just to explode off. I had such a bad headache, and every bone in my body, every muscle ached. Like I was downing Tylenol. It was, and that whole COVID brain, like just when you thought, oh, a few days later, I'm feeling better. I don't need to take Tylenol. No, yeah, I had to go back to taking Tylenol. And the COVID brain was the fog that comes with it was like the simple thing I have been doing in my career for 30 years, I couldn't figure out. I'm back at work and I thought, why is this not working? It was something so simple. But
I don't remember.
yeah, you see, that's what it does. You had COVID.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not that. It's just that I think living this life and all the different new memories that it would flush through our brains, all the, when you're traveling most of the time and meeting up with old friends and like I planned some of my trips to go see people I haven't seen in decades. Right? Okay, well, old buddy's living up in Dawson. I think I'll go visit him. I haven't seen him since high school. Right? And you drive up there and you meet somebody you haven't seen in 40 years. And the best part is just like it was 40 years ago. We're just older.
Yeah.
Right? So,
some things change. Some towns change. Some towns don't,
Yeah. Well, the town I came from is Prince Rupert. I was born here and I kind of grew up in Prince Rupert. So the town has gotten less people in it than it had up at the time. And I love going up there because the people are still the same.
Yeah.
Like the real Rupertites are up there. And we go, it's like they get up and let's go fishing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fishing, I'm actually looking at buying some used fly fishing rods. I might get myself back into fly fishing.
Ooh,
Haven't done it in probably 15 years. Yeah. All right, so we're on the COVID talk.
Good. Get off of it. I hate that.
All right.
That politics and religion.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's my cross?
Right?
For the wrong reasons.
Right?
Oh dear. Yeah. So I think to kind of sum it up, no regrets.
No
in
regrets.
the travels, no regrets.
No.
I'm the same. I look back at my last 3 years and I thought I'm very blessed to have done what I've done so far. And I'm hoping I got another 3 years of great travel ahead of me, kind of thing. So, don't wait too long.
No.
Because it gets to the point where your health is going to weigh heavier and heavier as you age.
Yeah. We can move slower, but we can't move. You can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So don't miss out the opportunity to at least try it.
Yeah.
Even if I met a family once and they flew into Calgary and they had rented a motorhome. And when they landed and went to the motorhome company, they didn't have a motorhome because the guy blew the motor up in their motorhome and they didn't have a replacement. So they rented basically a thrifty or whatever. It was a transit vehicle, but you can rent them from Budget Rent-A-Car or whatever rental cars you have in your place there. And they went down to Canadian Tire and they got an air mattress, a cooler, and a butane stove.
Gone.
Picked up the food, threw it in, and they were going to go do the Rocky Mountains. So they weren't going to let having no motorhome ruin their holiday, and they went out and made the best of what they did. And I ran into those people in Newfoundland, and they were doing the same thing because they had so much fun doing the Rocky Mountains in a rented empty van.
Oh, wow.
If you need to go out and try it out, all you need is an air mattress, a butane stove, and a cooler. And bring your stuff with you and throw it in the back of a van and go boondocking. Because when we build our vans, this didn't come overnight. This comes over time.
Yeah.
You jump into your van and you're like, okay, where am I going to sleep? Sometimes people sleep on the floor until they figure out I'm going to sleep across or lengthwise or. So, words of advice: get out there and do it.
Yeah,
try
exactly.
It.
Yeah,
go rent one.
Live life to its fullest before the reaper finds you. Huh?
I am the Reaper, Kev.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can be our own worst enemies in that regards.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah,
fly
that's
by the
true.
seat of my pants, and it's amazing, awesome. Traveling was nothing to me. Off I'd go, but I had the basics, and I went off. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I've had too many years, especially when I was caregiving with my husband. I had too many years where it was always somebody else and not me. And so now it's me, and I want to get out there and travel. Back in the ammo, I did the same thing: Coleman stove, mattress, and cooler. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, my van build, my little 30 square feet of van build, has changed. My bed has changed 3 times, but this
Right?
the way I have it is the way it's staying now because just works for me.
Yeah.
So I've had it now for a couple of years now. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Everything
all
everything
right,
else will move around.
yeah, and I've learned to simplify.
Yes.
I had so much shit in my van when I
Yeah.
first started, and I learned to simplify. So,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
thought if I don't have it, I don't need it. Not a big deal, right?
Okay. Cool.
Okay, why are you guys? I really enjoyed your broadcast. Hope you're both enjoying the weekend. We'll chat with you guys again. Yes, thanks, Kevin. But I think we went 10 minutes over. Great
Yeah.
chat with you.
Yeah.
Nice
Thank
to
you
go
very much.
down, nice to go down memory lane and, you know, touch on those sensitive topics about your health and whatnot. And
Yeah.
I do hope you get better and stay on that oxygen. Listen to your doctors. It sounds like you've got, and listen to yourself. What was it you said? Focus on fixing me.
That
Yeah,
and always find the good in everything. Don't
yeah,
focus on the bad.
yeah,
Always look at the good because there's
yeah,
always something good in everything you find, even the bad stuff that you can look at. There's always something, and if you focus on what's good, you're gonna have a way better path to walk.
yeah. I'm a believer. There's more good than bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we get the head tendency to focus on the bad way too much, and
yeah.
we
All
can get
right.
lost there.
Well, we will sign off and thank you everybody that has joined
Okay.
us. We have right now
Thanks,
17
thanks
in the
Bonnie,
house
thanks
and
Kev, thanks
that's
Doreen, thanks Susie,
Susie.
thanks
Yeah,
Sue, thanks Anne. You just go ahead, you keep talking. I'll just keep
yeah,
talking. Grandma
yeah.
Ruth is in the house.
Yeah, we missed Van Ruth. We talked about
Yeah,
her van, but yeah, we missed Van Ruth. And yeah, no, it's been great having you here. I think it just makes these lives a little bit more interesting when you can talk and go back and forth and have this open chat.
exactly.
Bye, Wayne. Bye, everybody. Bye, Doreen.
Bye, internet. Bye,
All right.
Mike. I
All right.
guess you got to shut off, right?
I got to shut you off, anyways.
Uh,
See you, Brad.
bye.
All
Thanks
right.
a lot there, Donna. Have a good
You're
one.
welcome. Yeah.
Bye now.